hid in an alley and jumped out at people trying to scare them. When EMS arrived to evaluate him, he was aggressive toward them as well. He was using obscene language and making unreasonable noise.
In front of the door?
Yeah, I guess so. He was charged with disorderly intoxication, public disturbance for whatever. He had a reason for whatever.
The door later identified him in a lineup.
This is terrible. An 83-year-old man drowned at a golf course in Florida.
In the water trap?
In a pond, yeah. So the individual had entered a pond to try and retrieve a hat while playing around at the Wycliffe Golf and Country Club. And at some point, the man started to thrash around and went underwater. The man was playing golf with 3 other people.
And no one jumped in?
Well, one golfer near the scene attempted to rescue him, but there was no success. And they found him about 15 to 20 feet from the bank. So I'm guessing they were elderly as well, possibly. I don't know.
How deep are those things routinely?
Not that deep, but I guess it depends.
You could wade out into those, right? They're not 50 feet deep.
Some might go.
When was the last time you saw a submarine surface in one of those?
More than 6 feet deep or something like that. But, I guess it must have been pretty murky because they couldn't find him. But, yeah, I don't know.
Wow, that's tragic.
Yeah. Something nicer.
Yeah, please.
A pair of former classmates in Indiana who reconnected decades later on Facebook made a shocking discovery. They are long-lost twin siblings.
Wow.
Karen Warner said that she found out her mother's biological name a few years ago when Indiana had unsealed adoption records, and the discovery came with a surprise that she had a twin brother. Warner said she sought help from various adoption websites to try and find her long-lost brother. Said everybody kept coming up with nothing because we didn't have a name to go by or anything. Warner said the big break came when she obtained local voting records with a list of 3 men who shared her birth date. The third name on the list, a guy named Mike Jackman, stood out because he was a high school classmate who she had only very recently reconnected with on Facebook.
So she had no idea this person she'd reconnected with was her twin brother.
Warner said...
Were pictures exchanged?
Yeah, but it's...
You look like being dragged.
Warner said Jackman, a Facebook message sent him saying that they might be twin siblings, and the pair had a DNA test performed that confirmed their connection, and they said now that they talk almost every day.
They don't like each other.
And get together several times a week. So
that's pretty wild.
That's pretty nice. There you go. That's what I have in the Bizarro file for you. Kathy, we got a secret text word. Let's get a number caller.
15.
All right, call it 15. You know the secret text word. Get on it now. Let's see if you can win. We'll come back in a moment. Trash and music news coming up, too.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
0% financing offer on approved credit includes all 2021 Corollas, Priuses, RAV4s, and Siennas financed for 60 monthly payments of $16.16 for each $1,000 borrowed. Dealer doc fee of $394 not included.
Jack Dale and Oh, yeah.
and a $25 Wawa gift card to give away. And let's see if you can answer this question. When it came to grabbing boobs at Fat Tuesday, what was my defense in the court of law? 215-263-WMMR. When it came to grabbing a boob at Fat Tuesday, what was my defense in the court of law? From earlier this morning, let's see if you were listening. 215-263-WMMR. That's our number. We're going to do this while you're calling in.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
And we'll get some stories while we're waiting for that call. Steve, what's going on this morning?
Well, as you said earlier, Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox carrying their adoration to the next level as Kelly is rumored to be wearing a drop of her blood in a vial around his neck. Not to be outdone, Fox was seen shopping on Rodeo Drive while pushing a wheelbarrow filled with his piss. Whoa! So they truly love each other. 35-year-old American Idol alum Catherine McPhee stepping out to do some shopping with 71-year-old husband David Foster, putting dents in the notion that the two are estranged. McPhee was reportedly very attentive to David, even discreetly stealing away behind some hedges to change his diaper. And finally, Kendall Jenner going Insta-official with new boyfriend NBA star Devin Booker by posting photos of the two together. In case you're keeping track, this means Kendall has slept with literally every professional basketball player except for Air Bud. And that's your Hollywood Trash.
All right, let's see if we have the answer to the question when it came to grabbing a boob at Fat Tuesday. What was my defense in the court of law? 215-263-WMMR. Going to go to Steven. Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
Good. Steve, what was my defense when it came to grabbing a boob at Fat Tuesdays?
You did not get wood.
I didn't get wood.
That's legit.
Hang on, Steven. For your correct answer, we are going to give you 2 iBurger Wawa t-shirts and a $25 Wawa gift card. By the way, Wawa has launched its burger as the first of many new diner items in 2021. It's available at all 900 locations starting at 4 p.m. and at the 2 new drive-thru locations in West Hampton, New Jersey and Morrisville, Pennsylvania at 11 a.m. So you can get it earlier there. Enter Wawa's Burgers for a Year contest through this Friday. Text Wawa to 39333 and we will send you the contest link and you could end up with burgers for a year from Wawa. So
nice.
I'm interested to try the Wawa burger.
They look pretty damn good.
Very near future. All right, let's do this.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
It is brought to you this morning by Salus University, the future of health science. Visit salus.edu. Miles Kennedy will release his sophomore album, which is called The Ides of March, on May 14th. And he recorded the project in Florida with longtime producer Michael Elvis Baskett.
Why not release the Ides of March on the Ides of March?
What I was thinking. The first single is called In Stride. Kennedy said that it's a chill out. That's pretty much summing it up. The lyric paints a picture of a survivalist preparing for an impending zombie apocalypse. It was inspired by the first wave of lockdowns as everyone was buying vast amounts of toilet paper and supplies. I started to ask myself if it might be wise to try and gain some perspective and not overreact, keep calm, and carry on.
The only thing that distinguishes us from the zombies is our ability to wipe our asses.
The album reunited Kennedy with his longtime friend and drummer Zia Uden and bassist manager Tim Tournier. Hoobastank is experiencing a resurgence in popularity with their 2004 single, The Reason, thanks to a viral TikTok challenge, which is called Not a Perfect Person, where users began posting about certain life choices which they regretted. They were all set to the song's opening line, I'm not a perfect person. Lead singer Doug Robb got in on the challenge, making fun of his own band, and he wrote this. He wrote, realizing 20 years later that you named your band Hoobastank. And it says he lip syncs the opening line. with him standing in front of a wall of gold and platinum albums.
All right.
Yeah.
Didn't our old former back at Y100 Laura the Butt date him because she met him at one of our shows?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm pretty
Maybe.
sure.
Huh.
Rob used to be bothered that the reason was the song that the band's career seemed to hang on, but the pandemic has given him a different view. He said in an interview, this wasn't the exact career path I think any of us had planned. That being said, so much of our livelihood now, or for the past 10 years, is based on radio, and that song and a handful of other songs that we got so much success for. So many bands have had to shut it down this last year. They can't tour. Their livelihood is taken away. And for us, we've been fortunate. The silver lining came late, but it came. Hoobastank's latest album, Push Pull, was released in 2018, by the way. So having some fun with that. Ronnie James Dio's autobiography, Rainbow in the Dark, will be released on July 27th. Dio had been working on his memoir prior to his passing in 2010. It'll be completed by his longtime friend and music writer, Mick Wall. According to the Permuted Press, which is the publishing company, the book will cover the luck that led to the birth of Rainbow and a productive but difficult collaboration with Ritchie Blackmore, the chance meeting that made him the second singer of Black Sabbath, taking them to new levels of success, the surprisingly tender story behind the birth of the Devil Horns, the lasting symbol of heavy metal, his marriage to Wendy, which stabilized his life, and the huge bet they placed together to launch the most successful endeavor of his career, his own band Dio. The iconic metal singer passed away in 2010 at the age of 67. He had stomach cancer.
How much was completed, did you say, of the book?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. The title?
He had been working on it prior to his passing in 2010, but he didn't say how much of it was completed. The Killers have revealed that the follow-up to their latest album, Imploding the Mirage, is pretty much done. The band teased new music by sharing 2 snippets of a new song during a recent Instagram Live. During an interview with Vampire Weekend's Ezra Koenig, frontman Brandon Flowers said, "It's almost done. We're going to mix the record next week. We don't have a drop date, but it's pretty much done. It sort of fell into our laps." Meanwhile, during an Instagram Live with drummer Ronnie Vannucci Jr., Flowers revealed that he is set to undergo shoulder surgery after he fell off his bike. He said, "I went over the handlebars on my bike, and an injury from that has manifested itself." He said, "I have a torn labrum on that right shoulder, so I'm going under the knife in a couple of weeks, get that taken care of." This is just the latest procedure for Flowers, who told Vannucci that he has bad shoulders and had previously undergone decompression surgery on both shoulder joints.
Oh, he's messed up.
He added that after this upcoming surgery, he will be in a sling for about 6 weeks. All right, and then 2 more things. This Thursday, just want to give you a heads up, and we've been running a promo for it. But Pierre had a chance to interview Brian Johnson of AC/DC.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's excellent. So the interview will be featuring tracks from the new album, Power Up. So make sure you don't miss out on that. And then one other thing, this weekend, as we mentioned earlier this morning, it's Billy Joe Armstrong's birthday today, so we're going to be doing Green Day blocks every hour this weekend. There's going to be hits, deep tracks, solo material, side projects, all that stuff. And you can actually vote for your favorite Green Day song right now at WMMR.com and enter to win a guitar signed by the band.
I wonder if he will respond. Marissa, you've gotten some traction, right, with the Billy Joe and some of the band members.
All right.
And she's tweeted out at them.
That'd be really cool. Saturday night at 7, by the way, is the Billy Joe birthday party, a 3-hour marathon of Green Day. It should be pretty damn cool.
What kind of cake?
Well, it's a green one that I see a picture of here, so that's all I know. All right, and that is what I have in music news. Let's take a break, come back in a second, wrap the whole thing up. New Word of the Week prize. Tell you about that when we get back.
Preston and Steve. 93.3 WMMR.
Join me, Pierre Robert, tomorrow at 2 p.m. on 93.3 WMMR. None other than AC/DC's Brian Johnson. Besides the interview, we'll also feature tracks from AC/DC's new record, Power Up, the 17th studio
You'll save money and reach your next reward even faster. Earn double O Rewards points on 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil, just $28.95, and get a $10 gift card after mail-in rebate. Collect 150 points and get a $5 reward. Don't miss O Rewards bonus points month at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.